Hey everyone, it's Ken with Ken's Creations. Well, I want to do a quick video on the Scrap Factory doll builder, where you can purchase it, and how to build these cute little guys and gals, and what to do with all those pieces. If you haven't purchased this amazing product, you could do so by following the links under the video, or by going to my website at creativeken.blogspot.com, and just follow the header that says Scrap Factory Doll Builder, which will take you to what I call my Scrap Factory Hub. On this hub, you're going to find the video that you're currently watching and the Scrap Factory Doll Builder base set and all of the current expansion packs. Now, what is the Scrap Factory Doll Builder? What it is it's a doll builder that generates an SVG file that you're able to import into your favorite design software and cut on your favorite cutting machine. What you need to do is download onto your Windows or Mac computer. Make sure that you follow the appropriate requirements to make sure your computer is able to support the software. You can download the Scrap Factory base set, which is going to give you for $30 16 outfits, 16 hairstyles, 4 human bodies, and 4 bear bodies. And the reason for 4 human bodies and 4 bear bodies is because you're going to get the human and bear bodies one set with toes and one set without toes. And the reason why is some of your outfits throughout the expansion packs and base sets are going to have toes exposed. So you're going to want those. Now, the great thing about the Scrap Factory Doll Builder is the ability to release expansion packs. So let's take a look at some of the expansion packs. The first expansion pack that they released after the base set was one of my favorites, which is the Brick People expansion pack. For $15, you're going to get 10 tops, 10 bottoms, and 10 heads with different facial expressions. This is one of my favorite sets, and I use it all of the time. It is by far one of their most popular sets, and they did a whole blog hop based around just this set because it's so fun. After the Brick People expansion pack, they released 2 expansion packs almost at the same time. The first one was the DIVA'S expansion pack, which was for the girl in all of us. What it is for $10, you're going to get 6 new outfits, 7 new accessories, and it was the first expansion pack to release a title. And look at, you're going to get these dogs, these sunglasses. You're going to get the little hair or the flower in the hair. It's a great expansion pack. At the same time as the DIVA'S expansion pack, they released the Seasons expansion pack to get your dolls ready for all the elements. So with the Seasons, for $10, you're going to get 10 new hairstyles, 6 new outfits, and for the first time, this expansion pack introduced accessories. So you're going to get all of the accessories to get them ready for the Seasons. So now you're able to add accessories to your paper dolls. This expansion pack was also the first time you were able to mix and match between your expansion packs. So now you're able to choose a body, a hairstyle, an outfit, and an accessory from the base set or any of the expansion packs and generate a unique doll to import into your design program. This is what makes this program genuinely unique. There's nothing else out there like this. After the Seasons expansion pack, they released one of their biggest expansion packs to date, which is the Sports expansion pack. For a low price of just $10, you're going to get 10 different sports outfits, 10 different sports accessories, and 7 different titles. It's a huge expansion pack. Now, it is something to note that if you are looking for the cheerleader, that is going to be on the base set, not the sports expansion pack. I get that question all the time. So look for the cheerleader on the base set. After the sports expansion pack, they probably released what I think is their most unique expansion pack, which is the Fairies expansion pack. And for just $8, you're going to get 5 outfits, 5 new hairstyles, and for the first time, you're going to get 5 wings. And it is by far one of their most unique expansion packs that I've ever seen. and people have done just amazing projects with it. I just absolutely love it. And for their most recent expansion pack that they've released an adorable expansion pack called the Bedtime expansion pack. And for the low price of just $8, you can get 6 new hairstyles, 6 new outfits, and 10 accessories that include stuffed animals, slippers, titles. I mean, it includes everything you need to get your kiddos ready for their slumber party. So that is the base program and all the current expansion packs. I think it is also important to mention that there is affiliates that also sell expansion packs. So you do have other people that are selling Barnyard expansion packs, which is right here, which gives you Barnyard friends. So instead of using bears or people, this one is Barnyards. You also have Zoo Friends. So once again, instead of Barnyards, you have Zoo Friends. So make sure to check out all of the expansion packs that come with this. So let's go ahead and make sure to check out my blog at creativeken.blogspot.com. If you want to purchase any of these, all you need to do is underneath the more information, just click here to purchase. That's going to take you to the iPortus website to purchase the specific base set or expansion pack. Just fill out your information and that will give you your download link or your code for the expansion pack. So let's go ahead and take a look how to go ahead and generate your SVG file. Alright, once you've downloaded Scrap Factory onto your desktop, you're just going to go ahead and double click it and it's going to open the program. The first thing I always do, especially when opening it for the first time, is I want to make sure that I have the latest version. You're going to click Scrap Factory up here and hit check for updates, and this is going to make sure your software is up to date. Once I've noticed it is up to date, I'm going to click OK. Now, if I've downloaded some expansion packs in the process, I'm going to come down to this lower left-hand corner, and I'm going to hit Add Expansion Packs. Expansion packs are case sensitive and generally they're going to be all in caps. So for example, they're generally going to be letters followed by numbers, and all you need to do is input it in here where that cursor is blinking. So it's usually letters followed by numbers. Then you're just going to hit Add Expansion Pack. It's going to validate that key and then you would hit OK and it would normally add your expansion pack. Now, seeing that that's not a current expansion pack, it did not work, but normally it would add it over here, and it will also list all of your current expansion packs. Once you're done, you can hit Go Back, and then you're able to come up here and start the process by choosing the expansion pack that you want to work with. For today's demonstration, I'm just going to be using the Scrap Factory base set. Now, this is an extremely easy program to use. All you need to do is work from left to right and hit Generate SVG. That is all. Now, all I will need to do, for example, is choose my body, choose my hair, choose my outfit, and then choose my accessory if I want one and hit Generate SVG. Now, it's important to remember that if you are in a certain expansion pack and you have mix and match turned off, you're only working within that expansion pack. So for example, I'm in the Scrap Factory doll basic set. So my body styles are that of just the basic set. My hairstyles are only the ones that came with the basic set. My outfits are just the ones that came with the basic set. My accessories are the ones that just came with the basic set. However, if I choose to turn on mix and match, watch what happens. Everything loads. Anything that is able to be mixed and matched together will load in here. So as you can see, here's my body styles, a whole bunch of more hairstyles, all of the outfits, and all of the accessories. So now I'm able to say I want a pig with Ken's hair, with a chef uniform, and he's holding a black purse, and hit Generate SVG. That's what's great about this program, is by that mix and match option, it is broken down the walls and you can create a unique doll SVG and have no boundaries. It's amazing. So for this demonstration though, I'm turning the mix and match off and I want to show you guys how to build these SVGs because I know you do get a lot of different pieces and you need to know what to do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and choose closed toes for mine because mine has shoes. So I don't need the open toes. Those are only if you are using shoe option that needs shoes. So for example, if I was using this, I would need the open toes. So that's something important to know. If you choose this option that has open toes, it's going to automatically eliminate the outfits that have closed shoes, that have shoes. So for example, as you see, I put no open toes and it got rid of the outfit that has the flip-flops. So I'll get people sometimes say, hey, I don't have any outfits. It's because they have the open toes option. Okay? So I don't want the open toes option. I of course want Ken's hairstyle because that is an amazing name. Outfit, I want the cruise style outfit, and the Scrap Factory basic set didn't have accessories at that time, so there is no accessories. And all I have to do is hit generate SVG. I'm going to put Crew Doll here, and I'm going to go ahead and save it to my desktop. And you're going to see it get saved right there. Now I can go ahead and close my Scrap Factory doll builder. And now I'm going to go ahead and import this into Design Space to show you guys how to cut it on the Cricut Explorer. And then I'm going to show you how it can get imported into the Silhouette Studio software. So let's show you how that is done. So it's really important in Design Space to be logged in when you do this because when we are doing this, it is an SVG file and you do need to be logged in order to do SVG files. Once you are logged in, you're going to want to start a new project by going into File, +sign, and over here on the left-hand side is this Upload Image option. So you're going to want to select the Upload Image option. And it's a vector upload, so it's a .svg file. You're going to want to browse your computer, and there is my desktop. So you want to make sure it says desktop, Crew Doll, choose. It's going to bring up an image, and we're going to hit save image. Now it's going to bring a little image down here underneath where it says here of that image. So we're going to hover our mouse over it, put a check mark, and then hit insert image, and it's going to bring that image into Design Space. There it is. Now, right now it's kind of hard to tell how big this little doll is. So the way you want to size your doll is in the upper left-hand corner there is a tiny little box. Click that box and it's going to give you a grid in your Design Space. Now you can size based on this doll, because that's how big your doll is going to be, how big you want your doll. So I know I want this doll to be about 4 inches. So I'm going to grab this corner and bring him till he's about 4 inches. A little bigger there. There we go. So that's pretty much it. The last thing is the doll program always generates a finished product of what your clothes will look like together. Now in Design Space is always going to cut everything that's in your Design Space. So you either A, need to get rid of all of these clothes, or you need to get rid of the completed clothes here. It's up to you what you want to get rid of, but you need to get rid of one set. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup this and get rid of this set here so it doesn't cut it twice. Alright, so we have everything we need. So we're going to go ahead and hit go, and Design Space is going to go ahead and do everything else for us. It's going to adjust everything. It's going to go ahead and lay everything else on our mats. It's also going to tell us how many mats we need, and it does everything for us. It's awesome. So if you want to, now is the time to move stuff around too. So I use 8.5 by 11 paper, so I need to move these guys over here, and I just need to hit go and it will cut. All right. Now as for Silhouette Studio, there's two different ways you can import your design into Silhouette Studio. The first way is you can simply just click and drag it into your mat. So that's the first way, is just by taking it straight off your desktop and clicking and dragging it into your mat. Very simple way of doing it. However, this way it will not save it to your library. You're simply just clicking it and putting it on your mat. If you want to save that doll to your library, the way you want to import it is by going up to File, Import, Import to Library. That's going to bring up a dialog box for you to choose it. Crew doll. Okay, that's going to bring up a pop-up box to let you put in your keywords, which you're just going to hit OK. And that's going to import it to where it says My Own Designs. So there's that crew doll. It imported it to where it says My Own Designs. Now it's actually in your library. So now you can actually go back to it on a regular basis to use this design. All you have to do at this point now is double click it and it brings it onto your mat. Now, one difference between Silhouette Studio and Design Space. When we imported it into Design Space, it imported it already grouped. So you could move it around and it would stay grouped. In Silhouette Studio, it is not grouped. So if I move this around, these pieces will be free from each other. So it's very important that if I move this around, or if I resize anything, I want to group this by drawing a square around it, right-clicking, and grouping it. Especially if I resize this. Because you don't want to resize anything, just one piece of it. You want to make sure it's grouped before you resize it. And how I resize things in here, same thing. I come over here to where this little grid thing is. And I come over here and I hit Show Grid. And same kind of thing, you can kind of tell by here how big something is going to be. And then different way of cutting it compared to the Cricut Explorer where it does everything for you. This way I come down here to where there is this option down here, which is cut by Open Layers pane. And that is how I cut by layers. So you can actually cut by your layers. So you actually go to Advance, Fill Color, and then you can actually cut by your layer. So Fill Color here. So I just turn off all the different colors that I don't want to cut. So I cut my whites, and then once I'm done cutting white, I cut my yellow. Once I'm done cutting yellow, I cut my peach, I cut my khaki, I cut my brown, I cut my black. And that's how I cut this one versus the Cricut Explorer. That's how easy it is to import it into Silhouette Studio. So now that I've shown you how to import them into both programs, I'm going to cut it out and then I'm going to show you how to put it together, guys. So all of the pieces have been cut out now, and as you can see there is a lot of them. Now the reason why they give you so many pieces is so you can get depth to your dolls. This is your base piece, so this is everything you work off of, and these are all of your pieces to build up off of. Now when I build my dolls, I always work from the bottom up, and well, first of all, I do my shading, and that's what I'm going to be doing first, but then I will show you how to put together the pieces. So I'll be doing my shading. Now, before I do anything is I take my little pieces that I know I'm not going to be shading. So my eyeballs here, and this little tiny piece here, which is going to be going on the shirt, and I put them in my Xyron sticker maker because I don't want to lose those. So those are all going to go in here. And I just go ahead and run those through so that way I know I'm not going to lose them. Nothing is worse than losing these pieces and getting to the end of your project and you can't find them and you have to go recut them. And hopefully you remember the size you cut them at. And so I'm going to go ahead and run those through really quick. And that part I don't have to worry about. Alright, so when I shade, I just use some custom colors and do a little bit of mixing. Now, you don't have to shade all of your pieces. Obviously, the base piece, I just go around the edges here. Most of the pieces, I just go around the edges. And the reason why, even though you're not going to see it, is sometimes from the side, especially if you're using it in a scrapbook or on a card, when people turn it, they will see some of the edges. So that's the reason why. And then when they do, the reason they give you so many pieces is as you build up your doll, so as you can see here, this is going to go here, and then this is going to go here. It just gives it that much more texture. It just gives it that much more layering. So that's the reason they give you so many pieces, is it just gives it that much more of a texture and that much more of a real look to the doll. And that's the reason why I do the shading on all the pieces. A lot of people say, well, why do shading if you're not going to see it? Like, you're not going to see the arms and stuff. Well, when I layer these, you will see it from the side. So that's why I do shading. So I'm going to go ahead and start shading the pieces really quick and probably speed it up, but that way you at least can see how I shade, and then I will show you how the dolls get put together. Okay, so we are gonna put this together. I always start with the base, and I just kind of put things together in their little sections, and then I build it up. So I'm gonna put this together. You can follow along, but I always start with the shoes, the legs, and then I work my way up. Always remember the arms go behind the shirt in all the dolls. So I will always see people put the arms above the shirt. They always go behind the shirt. So I'm gonna start with the base and then work up. So let's go ahead and get started with the shoes first. I always use my Xyron. That seems to be works the best for me, and then at the very end I will put my final touches on. So alright guys, that is a quick doll. I would have spent a little bit more time on it if it wasn't for the tutorial, but I just wanted to show you quickly how you can use all of the pieces to make a doll using the Scrap Factory doll builder. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on my blog. Once again, you can find all of the Scrap Factory doll builder base set and expansion packs at www.creativeken.blogspot.com. Make sure you guys are following my blog on that website. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube page and liking, commenting, and sharing all of the Creative Ken love. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to go out there and create something magical. Thanks everyone.